Professor Hamid Sindhi, a literary jewel, is well known to the people of this region, a lovable, smiling personality. On a very short notice, he has accepted to speak on my book. I am grateful to you, Mr. Mehman. Since birth of Pakistan, we have been witnessing great events in our life. I am sorry to say that none of these great events could ever bring smile on our faces. Whenever we meet on any occasion, after some pleasantries, we start discussing the plight of the country and ever worsening problems faced by us. Since activation of electronic media, daily we see many important persons speaking on national problems, failure of law and order, mismanagement virtually in all fields of life. Unannounced electric breakdowns coupled with these problems have highly affected our nation, and we witness various nervous breakdowns. Resulting tolerance and patience has given way to hatred and violence. Unfortunately, our forefathers did not have time to lay solid foundations of the country properly and scientifically. Resulting, all the structures built have toppling down with little quakes in the national politics. Application of senseless trial and error methods could not yield any result. Since we could not effectively introduce law reforms in the country nor create small administrative units, the problems have multiplied. Daily headlines of the press and media regarding violence and injustice are a reflection of our way of very defective administrative and judicial system. There is no concept of blindfolded goddess of justice in Islam. Similarly, we have multifarious problems in every walk of life. In the year 88, I wrote a small book, Pakistan, the Fortress of Islam, giving a wake-up call to the leaders of the nation, but unfortunately, no change took place. My friends insisted upon me that I should pen down whatever I have been writing to the rulers of the day and also suggest positive, result-oriented steps to the solutions. I have put in my more than 25 years' experience and produced the present book, naming it Password to Prosperity. As you require password to operate your computer, similarly nation requires password to prosperity and brilliant future as visualized by our forefathers. They founded a country and now country needs a nation. I in the past have been always writing to the people in power, making constructive, positive and result-oriented suggestions to our various problems. Almost every ruler of the day appreciated my letters, but unfortunately I was disappointed as nothing positive was done. I have cited several such letters with dates and outward numbers and replies from some of our leaders, but with no practical action. This all compelled me that I should write down whatever I have gained in my practical experience of life, education, travels and blessings of Allah the Almighty. As such, I have tried to provide positive solution to various problems which are eroding vitals of our life. We must not condemn or criticize because yesterday is past. Tomorrow is future, but today is the gift. That is why it is called present. For achieving success, we have to work hard after galvanizing into a nation because the country needs nation. We have to work hard for achieving success because without that, success comes in dictionary only. Never let life's hardships disturb you. After all, no one can avoid problems, not even saints. Sometimes it is not enough to do our best. We must do what is required because to be in a state of surrender and accepting all miseries is not advisable. I am neither a leader nor a politician, and I do not have any ambitions for high-rise hydraulic chairs of power. Several friends of mine all over Pakistan and diplomats had expressed their desire and keen interest to come to Hyderabad on this great occasion. But considering that this will cause great inconvenience, I have requested them to arrange independent ceremonies at Lahore, Islamabad and Karachi so that my friends and other highly literate people could attend the functions and express their constructive views. I am sure somebody from you will help the nation to materialize the vision of our forefathers. I do not want to take more time and now request my friends to say something briefly about my book. Thank you very much once again.
ख़वातीन व हज़रात, डॉक्टर रईस मुश्ताक का पहले इरादा ऐसा कुछ नहीं था कि वो अपनी उन तमाम जहनी सोचों का, उन तमाम जहनी सलाहियतों का बरमला इजहार करें और उसे किताबी शक्ल दें, लेकिन उनके चंद बहुत ही करीबी अजीज दोस्तों ने उनसे बहुत बसद इसरार इस पर उन्हें मजबूर किया कि वो जरूर इन तमाम बातों को, अपनी उन तमाम सोचों को जो है वो एक किताबी शक्ल में लेकर आए ताकि वो सबके सामने आए। वरना पहले तो यकीन जानिए कि उनका हाल ये था कि जैसे किसी शायर ने शायद इन्हीं के लिए कहा हो कि कागज कागज हर्फ सजाया करता था, तन्हाई में शहर बसाया करता था। कैसा पागल शख्स है, सारी सारी रात दीवारों को दर्द सुनाया करता था। तो हम उन तमाम लोगों के, उन तमाम दोस्तों के शुक्रगुजार हैं कि जिन्होंने इन्हें मजबूर किया कि वो अपनी इन सारी बातों को हम सब के सामने लेकर आए। मेरी गुजारिश है, अब एक और हमारे ऑनररी गेस्ट हैं यहाँ मौजूद, कि वो आज की इस तकरीब में डॉक्टर रईस मुश्ताक की इस किताब के हवाले से अगर चंद अल्फाज कहें तो यकीनन हमें बहुत खुशी होगी। आप सबकी भरपूर तालियों में मैं दावत दे रही हूं डॉक्टर असदुल्ला काजी, हिज चांसलर इसराइल यूनिवर्सिटी।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। डॉक्टर रईस मुश्ताक, the host and the author of the book Password to Prosperity, Dr. Javed Laghari, the chief guest of this ceremony, Mr. Ilyas Shakir, chief executive of Dhoom television channel, which gives a lot of news about Hyderabad, Honorable Justice Mukhtar Jonejo, Hamid Sindhi, my old friend, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful to Rais Mushtaq for inviting me this afternoon about his book, which I received few weeks ago, and I agreed, and I'm here. First of all, I think I will be failing in my duty if I don't say a few words about Rais Mushtaq, and then I will talk about his book. So let me tell you that I first met Rais Mushtaq few years ago. That was in 2001, when I requested him to agree to be a member of the Board of Governors of Isra University, as well as our legal advisor. Since then, I had many meetings with Dr. Rais Mushtaq about a number of issues, as well as our concerns dealing with number of cases in the courts of this country. I received his book, Password to Prosperity, as I told you a few weeks ago. I wondered at the title of the book. But when I looked at the table of contents, which he calls index, I think it should be called table of contents, he said, before logging in is one of the titles, by keyword, then I understood that the book is about achieving prosperity. He advises the reader that before logging in, the reader should believe in the existence of Allah Almighty. Know thyself. This is what he says. The God is in you. The book presents a number of things that I will talk about in a minute. But let me tell you now about him. He is a son of the soil, born in Qazi Ahmad in early 1935. He likes flowers, as you can see here, fine arts and music. And above all, he has studied religion very thoroughly. His ancestors were from Batala, which is located in Muslim majority district of Gurdaspur in East Punjab. I think you all know about Gurdaspur, because Gurdaspur was supposed to be a part of Pakistan. But due to connivance of Jawaharlal Nehru and the wife of Mountbatten, this was taken away from us and became a part of East Punjab. The famous town in Pakistan, I don't remember the name now, this is the town where Qadianis live, is only a few kilometers from the place of Batala. Rabwa, yes, Rabwa is the name. His father, his late father, migrated to Nawab Shah in 1922. His ancestors from Batala, as I told you, he himself, being an advocate of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, is a great social worker and an excellent administrator, which you can see from the way this Indus Hotel has been decorated. I have never been to this hall before this event, and it's just wonderful. And just look at his sense of beauty that this man has. Now, a few words about the book. The book, Password to Prosperity, presents an overview of pathetic conditions in Pakistan and gives suggestions as to how to circumvent the situation and bring about prosperity to Pakistan. Before writing this book that most of you have maybe read and seen here, he had published another book entitled Pakistan, the Fortress of Islam. The present book, about which I will now talk about, is spread over more than 450 pages. The book gives a message. And this message he has given in the words of Hazrat Ali, the fourth Caliph of Islam. And I want you to listen to this very carefully. It says, डरो उस दौर से जब नाअहलों की हुक्मरानी होगी, जब नाअहल होंगे तो अमानतों में खयानत होगी, अमानत में खयानत नाइंसाफी पैदा करेगी, नाइंसाफी अफरा तफरी को जन्म देगी, अफरा तफरी लाकानूनियत को जन्म देगी, लाकानूनियत खाना जंगी को जन्म देगी. These are the sayings of Hazrat Ali by our forefathers, but we have failed to live as a nation. And he said in Pakistan, maybe more than 75% of the people, they are immigrants. He said, we all are immigrants. The native Sindhis are very limited. Their percentage in the whole of Sindh is less than 20%. We all have migrated from various parts, somebody from Iran, somebody from Arab world, somebody from Afghanistan, and some of us call ourselves Mahajirs. And people who are born here, they are not Mahajirs. If they are Mahajirs, then we all are Mahajirs. And he says it, that there is no unity, and we have failed to behave as a nation. And this is one of the great causes of the troubles and problems that we are facing today. Then I was impressed by the other chapter, that he says proposals for a better administrative system. He doesn't like the administrative system that we have at present. He believes in devolution of existing district level units that we have. We had devolution in the days of former dictator Musharraf, but his concept is a little different from that, and he believes strongly in devolution of our districts, and he talks about madrasas and mosques and things of that kind, and community centers. I think if you read the book, you will know it. Then there's a big chapter. It's more than 100 pages, nearly 1/4 of the book, on Islamic justice. And there he has discussed many issues. I'm not a scholar on Islamic studies, but he has raised many issues about the concept of justice in Islam, how the justice is delivered to people living in a Muslim country. He has discussed issue of 4 marriages in Islam, and I think you should read it, because I'm not an expert on this. He says the purpose of 4 marriages is to protect the rights of orphans in wartime. And this is misunderstood by many in our religion. I don't know, I don't want to say this, I don't want to be executed, and I don't want to be hanged for what I say, but this is what Rais Mushtaq says. Please go and read this. It's a very interesting discourse on this issue. Then his book has many other chapters which reflect his interest in prosperity of Pakistan. For example, he has a chapter on agriculture and dairy farming, because he himself is also an agriculturist, a very successful agriculturist. And he talks about this land that he purchased, and he gave that name Muradabad. The son who put cap on my head. Muradabad is the name of that village where he first bought the land. Then he talks about problems of education in Pakistan. Now, I'm an educationist, but I will not talk about it because we have sitting here Dr. Javed Lagari, who is the chairperson of Higher Education Commission, and he has a vast teaching experience and administrative experience both in Pakistan and in other countries, especially United States. So I hope he will talk about the problems in the present education system and how can we solve these problems to bring prosperity to this country. You may find sometimes you say, okay, there are so many things in this book and there is no coherence. But there is a coherence. The coherence is that all these reforms will lead you to this book. I liked the chapter that he wrote on renaming of Kalri Lake as Kinjar Lake. And then the story that he narrates about Nuri and Yam Tamachi, and I think all people who are living in Sindh or want to know about Sindhi culture, they should know about it. And he has nicely described it. Then he talks about political movements in Pakistan. And he expresses his displeasure how the political movements were made and they never achieved the purpose because they were meant to capture power. And many promises were made. And then he uses of all the political parties that we have in Pakistan. And I said this could be a textbook on many issues. It's not only just the title, no, it has a lot of scope. And he gives a history of political parties and the memberships. And then he also narrates the story of his career as a politician for 6 years. And it's very pathetic, he had to leave it. And then how his form to become a member of the Senate was rejected. And who got rejected, I don't want to name them. Maybe you can ask him in private who these people were. So he thought that politics is not something in which he should enter. Although he had a big support in Nawab Shah and places, and he was a social leader, and he met many politicians, including, what is the name, the man who used to have, Nasr, what was the name? I forget, he used to wear this cap. Nawab Dada Nasrullah Khan. He talks about Nawab Nasrullah Khan and from East Pakistan also, and his disappointments because he at one time was a member of Jamiatul Tulaba and then another Islamic organization, and he narrates how they treated him and how they wanted to use him. He said, I will not in politics. Above all, there are many letters, as was said by the compare, I don't know her name, that he wrote to various people in power, including Musharraf, Ayub Khan, and just name people, and more than few hundred of these people. Some of these letters are given in the book, and you can read them. This much about what he has done and said. But now let me tell you something about how do I feel personally that society will come to this country. I'm a strong supporter of political stability in the country. Whatever maybe, I think democracy is the more than 30 years in our country, we were ruled by military rulers, and rest of the time by civilian governments, and which are toppled. So Political stability will bring investment. We are talking about investment. My friend Sheikh always talks about conditions to come here and invest. So we want them confidence, development, about which Rais on every issue there is. Bring order and security, माल की हिफाजत. We as a nation are no political stability, tolerant. Institutional stability. There's no stability in our country. Plus peace. The beast policy implementation. The problem we are never and remark on how to need these words for giving me and I wish time Allah bless us all.
है और बहुत ही जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं कि रईस मुश्ताक साहब काफी खुश भी हैं क्योंकि बहुत कम टाइम में बहुत अच्छी स्टडी कर ली इन्होंने उनकी बुक की और काफी तफसील के साथ उस पर रोशनी उन्होंने डाली है. हर मौजू पर बात की, हमारे लीडर्स पर भी बात की और इसी हवाले से मैं आपकी तवज्जो दिलाना चाहूंगी. डॉक्टर साहब की बुक में आप एक जगह लिखते हैं कि आवर लीडर्स शुड नॉट बिहेव लाइक ऑल द बर्ड्स हु व्हेन रेन कम्स फ्लाई ओवर फॉर शेल्टर, बट दे शुड एक्ट लाइक ईगल हु अवॉइड्स द रेन बाय फ्लाइंग अबव द क्लाउड्स. प्रॉब्लम्स आर कॉमन टू ऑल बट एटीट्यूड मेक्स द डिफरेंस. और लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, अब मैंने जैसा जिक्र किया था आपसे कि कुछ लेटर्स जो भेजे गए थे उस रिप्लाई में जो कि आपने अपनी बुक्स भेजी हैं, तो वो लेटर्स के हम आपको चाहेंगे कि आपके साथ थोड़ा सा शेयर करें कि वो कहाँ कहाँ से आए हैं और किस किस ने किन अल्फाज में किन वर्ड्स में रिप्लाई किया है उस बुक के बारे में डॉक्टर रईस मुश्ताक को. और उसके लिए मैं काइंडली यहाँ पर आने की दावत दूंगी अलीना को. अलीना प्लीज डाइस पर तशरीफ लाइए और वो लेटर्स भी अपने साथ लेती आइए और उन लेटर्स में से फिलहाल इस वक्त एक दो लेटर्स आप जरूर यहाँ पर हमारे ऑडियंस के साथ शेयर करें.
Good evening, everyone. I have been called upon to present the letter of appreciation from the Council Generals of different states for the great and most valuable achievement of Dr. Rais M. Mushtaq for his book, Password to Prosperity. Well, Council General of Republic of Indonesia has sent his reply. Dear Dr. Mushtaq, thank you very much for sending me a copy of your beautiful book on Password to Prosperity. The book is quite informative and it would be an attractive addition in my collection. I hope that I meet with you soon. Please accept the assurance of my consideration. Well, now I'm going to read the letter of Consulate General of the State of Kuwait. It is with great pleasure that I have received your valuable book, Password to Prosperity, and would like to thank you for same. I appreciate your great thoughts and motivation. Thank you so much.
ओके, थैंक्स सलीना। और ख़वातीन और हज़रात, अब जिस शख्सियत को मैं यहाँ स्टेज पर दावत देना चाहती हूँ, हमारे हैदराबाद सिंध की वो एक ऐसी शख्सियत है कि जिनके लिए मैंने अभी कहा था कि उनके तारुफ में कुछ कहना यकीनन बहुत नामुनासिब बात होगी कि हम हैदराबाद के रहने वाले खास तौर पर लोगों से उनका तारुफ करवाएं। और यहाँ पर अदबी हवालों से खास तौर पर जो भी महफिलें सजा करती हैं, जो इस तरह के प्रोग्राम्स हुआ करते हैं, उनमें इस शख्सियत के लिए यही कहा जाता है कि तेरे जलवों से जो दिल रोशन न हो वो दिल नहीं, और जिक्र तेरा हो न जिस महफिल में वो महफिल नहीं। और आपकी शख्सियत के बारे में जो कुछ मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले भी कहा था कि वैसे तो अपनी जो ड्यूटी जब तक वो रहे, अपनी ऑर्डर पर जब वो रहे, और इस वक्त भी है माशाल्लाह, लेकिन उस दौर में जिस दौर की अभी मैंने कुछ देर पहले बात की थी, तो एक बहुत ही सख्त तरीन इंसान के रूप में वो सामने आए हैं लोगों के। और मेजॉरिटी जो है, न सिर्फ बच्चे, न सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स, बल्कि बड़े लोग भी जो है वो टीचर्स में भी आते हैं और पेरेंट्स में भी आ जाते हैं, तो वो काफी खौफजदा रहते थे, काफी डरा करते थे इन्हें देखकर। हालांकि मुश्किल शख्सियत भी रहे हैं क्योंकि अपने काम के हवाले से, लेकिन फिर भी कुछ लोगों में खुदा ताला की जानिब से, जैसे गॉड गिफ्टेड कहते हैं ना, कुछ क्वालिटीज ऐसी होती हैं, वो भी इनकी शख्सियत में, बल्कि वही सारी इनकी शख्सियत में शामिल हैं कि वो मुस्कुरा के हर एक दर्द टाल देता है। वो मुस्कुरा के हर एक दर्द टाल देता है, किसी किसी को खुदा ये कमाल देता है। और नजर उठा के वो जिसको भी देख ले एक बार, यकीन करो उसे मुश्किल में डाल देता है। आपकी भरपूर तालियों में मैं डाइस पर दावत खिताब दे रही हूँ मिस्टर हमीद सिंधी, चेयरमैन बोर्ड ऑफ गवर्नर्स पब्लिक स्कूल हैदराबाद। जनाब हमीद सिंधी साहब।
I'm really thankful to Rais Mushtaq Sahab who invited me for this occasion, and I was astonished to note that there was no time to go through the book. But it is very kind of him. Today when I entered in the hall, my old friend and my Karam Farma, Mr. Justice Mukhtar Junejo Sahab, offered remarks कि भाई हमीद तुम तो बहुत ओल्ड हो गए हो, बहुत अब बुजुर्ग लग रहे हो, और मगर मेरी नजर जब मुश्ताक साहब पे पड़ी तो मुझे आज वो इतने खुश नजर नहीं आए जितने हमेशा मुस्कुराते हुए और एक ऐसी लुक से हमेशा ग्रीट करते थे कि मैं भी खुश हो जाता था। मुझे पता चला कि आज उनको टांग में तकलीफ है और उसके चेहरे पर पेन